Hello everybody, welcome. It is Monday. Who does not love Mondays? I love Mondays, but then again, as you know, I love every day of the week. I would love it better if I get my camera to adjust. There we go. How y'all doing? All right. It's only about 110 here in Arizona. It's a dry heat, as they all say. I want to talk to you today about Modern Family and unresolved issues. We were watching TV late last night, and for some reason my husband put on a Modern Family that he had taped. Now, I think Modern Family is a great TV show. It may have ran its course. It's been on forever. But last night it was interesting because one of the characters' older sister, supposedly had a stroke and couldn't remember anything. And so each one of the characters was going through their mind how they could change who they are to this person. Because, you know, like one was gay and she didn't accept him as gay, so he was gonna, you know, come out again to her. Another one felt that she had taken his cabin, so he was trying to get the cabin. Another one felt that she didn't accept, I mean, each one of them, it was, she didn't accept something about them. And it was interesting because I looked at my husband, I said, you know, it doesn't matter how old we are. We can be 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and we still have unresolved childhood issues if people choose not to deal with it. And a time that sadly, hi Crystal, how you doing? Hi Chell. And sadly, when the time when we start dealing with it is when we're dealing with somebody who's ill or sick and we want to heal instead of taking care of it early on. Because as you resolve these childhood issues that you carry around with you, you feel better, it's freeing. Because whenever trauma gets stuck within, it gets stuck in a certain part of you and it just kind of withers that piece of you away. And so you're not standing completely in who you are. You're not completely empowering yourself because you're still dealing with that trauma, those issues. So, you know, you really need to work on healing that. You need to not wait until somebody's on their deathbed or until somebody confronts you and you're like, I've got to face this issue. You got to start facing it now, you know, today, because as you start healing it, you'll find who you really are. You'll step so much into your own power. You'll find out how strong you are and how able you are. So getting back to Modern Family, at the end of it all, she was faking the memory loss just to kind of bust all their chops. So they had played out all these different roles and never really worked to heal him because she was faking it. So I really just kind of wanted to jump on here and just kind of talk about it. Kind of talk about how we all bury these pieces of ourselves away. And we're not sure what to do with them, so we kind of just ignore it. We forget it's there. Instead of pulling it out and really redesigning the story. You know, looking at the patterns that you're running, because the patterns will point to the stories that you're running from. How you handle your life, or the memory that you always go back to. I always tell people, what memory do you flash back to? When somebody's talking about, you know, your childhood, or when you're thinking about your childhood, where do you flash back to? Because at some point, we all flash back to the good memories, but at some point we'll flash back to the bad memories. And if your childhood wasn't the best ever, you have a tendency to go to the bad memories first and then, you know, go to the good ones. And so just sit back and ask yourself, what do I avoid looking at? You know, when I ask myself, why do I do this? What am I not looking at? Because you know it. You know what you're not looking at. You know what you're avoiding. You know what you're trying to keep away from you because it's so painful to look at it. But once you look at it, it's so much better. So don't be like Modern Family. Don't wait until you're in a crisis situation and you're in the midst of this awful situation and you're trying to pick that time to heal, because that is not the best time to heal. The best time to heal is on your own term. The best time to look at your traumas on your own time. And if you need help, jump over to my Redesign Your Life Stories, where you can actually go in and reprogram how you think. You can reprogram your memories, because keep in mind, what you put into your mind is what it gives back to you. If you put positive into your mind, you get positive back. Thanks, Janet. How you doing? So whatever you put into your memories are what you're getting back. So if you have a childhood of, I don't know, extremes, look at those extremes and rewrite it. Just constantly rewrite it. And no, it's not easy, and no, it's not going to take you 5 or 10 minutes. It could take you, I mean, if it's an easy one, if you realize one day, man, I've kind of been hiding. You know, because the other thing I think I talked about yesterday was that I don't necessarily have deep connections with people because from my childhood, I have some trust issues. So I realized that yesterday and thought, okay, well, I've got to work on that. Because I'm so used to doing self-work that for me, it's just not a big deal. For me, it's like, oh, huh, I didn't realize that. You know, I didn't realize I had a money block. I found it last week out of clear blue and thought, huh, I never thought of that. So let me heal it. And then I have a friend of mine who's a coach, and she's like, well, how did you heal your money block? And I said, well, I just called myself out on it and called bullshit and moved on. She goes, well, that's not how you healed. And that's like, whoa. I've been healing for years. I know shortcuts now, how to do it quickly, but I didn't when I first started. I had to learn how to do it. So just because for me, I can be like, oh, there's a money block. Huh, okay, well, I have to heal that, done. I worked through all the steps years ago. So there are steps, way to improve your memories. It's ways to change your memories. It's ways to empower yourself. It's a way to take back control of your life. It is a way to stand in the full, authentic you. So if you're interested, jump over to my website, KarenBarno.com, and it's Redesign Your Life Story, and click on it, and it's a 5-step online program to kind of help you out, because you just have to start learning the steps. It's like everything else. Once you learn the steps, it becomes easier and easier and easier. But don't wait to have these unresolved issues. Don't take it to your grave. Don't be 80 years old or 85 or 90 years old and say, man, I wish I would have done X, Y, and Z. Because you don't get a do-over. You don't get a, well, you know what? Wait, no, let me go back. Let me start all over again. Let me get a do-over. You don't get a do-over. And the worst thing you want to do is have regret. So if things aren't going well for you, look around and figure out why. Because your whole environment, your whole life is created by you, not by anybody else. You've created this life. You've created your situations. And if you don't like what you got, rethink it, redesign it. Sit down and think in your head, what does your perfect life look like? What does your perfect world look like? And then start moving forward to achieve that perfect world. You know, I've had my business going on for about 4 years. And it does okay, but it's not great. And I realized about a week ago, it's like, well, Karen, it's not great because of you. It's nobody else. You can't point around and say, well, I have a full-time job, I don't have time. You know, I have to go home, I have a husband and all the, kids, I don't have time. No, you can't. If you don't have what you want, Karen, it's you. And it's like, you're right, okay. What do I need to do? How do I need to take this forward? And I'll work through the steps and figure it out. You gotta work through the steps. Know what you want, what's standing in your way, how are you holding yourself back, what are you allowing to block you from moving forward. Don't blame anybody else. Don't look to anybody else and say it's because of this, and this. Call bullshit and say, you know what? I want a great life. I want to leave an amazing legacy of helping people grow, or whatever legacy you want to leave. And figure it out. If you need help, let me know. I'd be happy to help you. If you have comments, leave them below. Remember, sharing is caring. So if you want to share this video, I much appreciate it for y'all. If you're interested in my class, jump over to my website. If you want to get my 3 steps to if you want 3 steps to reawaken your inner warrior, I'll put the link below. I'm just starting to introduce it. I haven't really brought it out yet. I'm still working through some of the glitches. I've seen your content. I absolutely love what you have to say and what you're sharing and teaching. Keep doing. Oh, thank you, Chelsea. You're awesome. And there's your doggy. You're awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, if you have comments, you need any questions answered, put it down here. If you're on my Facebook, if you're on my website, comment and I'll get back to you on the website. If you're on YouTube, give me a subscribe. And again, sharing is caring. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Take responsibility. Look around. If you don't have what you want, Let me help you get what you want. I don't even like want. Let me help you get what you desire. Let me help you move through the blocks. Let me help you understand that it all starts with you and ends with you. And when you know that, and you know you can make changes to have a positive life moving forward, it empowers you. Have a great day, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.